Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. This is one of my dogs, Gus, and we're gonna do a nice full body flow today. So find just a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in child's pose. So you can come over onto your knees, bring them out nice and wide. Your big toes can come together. Maybe sit back on your heels first, and then just start to lower your upper body down. Maybe push into your palms a little bit. Send your hips back towards your heels. Let your forehead come down to your mat. And then relax your arms and your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. And do that again. Nice deep inhale. And let it go. One more big breath in and out. And just continue to breathe in any way that feels good for you. Allowing yourself to slow down your day. Connect with your breath. Just scan your body all the way from your toes to your fingertips. Feel your forehead pressing into your mat. And just notice if there are any thoughts on your mind that maybe you can set off to the side. Let's stay here for just another breath in and out. And using an inhale, you can start to move, you can start to lift up, making your way into tabletop. So bring your hands under your shoulders, bring your knees underneath your hips. Let's tuck our toes. Take an inhale and exhale into downward facing dog. Take a moment here, maybe pedal your feet a couple times, push into your palms, let your head get a bit heavier. Send those hips nice and high. Feel those shoulders as you melt into the chest. Breathe a little deeper. Nice job, you guys. Stay for a full breath. Big breath in, big breath out, and then use an inhale to look forwards. Exhale as you walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, lift halfway, lengthen through your spine. Exhale as you fold forwards. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up, maybe look up. And exhale as you lower your hands in front of your heart, down to your sides. Take a shoulder roll if you want one. Big inhale as you reach up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, take a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step all the way back into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet together. With an inhale, start to lift your right foot up and open your belly button to the right side. Maybe bend your right knee. Open up, drop that left heel towards your mat. Look under your right arm. Take another inhale. With the exhale, lower your right foot down. Inhale as you lift your left foot, open up your belly button to the left side. Bend your knee if you want to bend your knee, and then try to drop your right heel down. Gaze under your left arm. One more inhale. At the exhale, bring your left foot back to your mat. With the inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale as you walk your feet to the top. Inhale, take your half lift, long spine, maybe lift your toes. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up, maybe look up. And exhale as you lower your hands in front of your heart, down to your sides. We're going to step our feet out, mat width apart. Turn your toes out slightly. We're going to find a nice deep squat. So you could bring your hands together in front of your heart. Start to bend your knees. Keep your chest shining forwards instead of tipping down towards your mat. Just bend your knees. Come as low as you want to go into your yogi squat. As low as your legs allow you to go. You can keep your hands together if you'd like. If your elbows are on the inside of your knees, just give them a little push. Open your knees up. Lift the chest, soften your shoulders. Awesome work, you guys. If you're able to bring your hands down to your mat, you can do that. We're just going to lift our hips back up, find the length through our legs, and turn your toes to point forwards. With an inhale, take a half lift. Lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Pause here in your forward fold. If you want, you could interlace your fingers behind your back. And let your hands fall behind your head a little bit more to get into your shoulders. And you might even add a rock side to side. With the hips, maybe bend one knee as you sway to that side and then switch. Breathe. And if your hands are behind you, I want you to start to let them go. Come back to your mat. We're going to bend our knees, but before we do that, turn your toes out slightly again. Start to bend your knees, lift your chest up, and come back into your squat. So maybe you're nice and low, maybe you're a little bit higher. Just open the knees up, lift your chest nice and proud. Take a big breath in. A big breath out, and then use an inhale to come all the way up to standing. Nice, you guys. You can scoot your feet back in, maybe all the way together. If you want a shoulder roll, take one. Big inhale as you reach up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale for your half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Let's step all the way back into a plank option to lower to your knees if you'd like. Take a nice big inhale with the exhale. Slowly lower. Slowly, slowly. Bend your elbows. Slowly lower. Hug your elbows into your sides. Slowly. Are you already down? Slowly, slowly lower all the way onto your tummy. Flip to the top of your feet. Move your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down and lift your chest a little bit more for your cobra. You can stay nice and low or you can lift higher, but feel the love through your back. Hug your elbows in towards your sides. Take another inhale. Then with the exhale, lower your chest down. Rest your palms on top of one another. Stack your forehead on top and just relax your legs. Relax your glutes and your back and your shoulders. Awesome work, you guys. You can start to lift your chest again. Move your hands to about 10 and 2. Maybe the fingertips or your entire palm could rest down. But take an inhale, lift your chest again. Maybe a little higher, maybe the same height as before, but soften. Feel the love through your back. Draw your belly button in a little bit. One more inhale. And with the exhale, let the chest fall back down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, hug your elbows into your sides. We're going to push ourselves up into our plank, or maybe it's more into tabletop. But push and then send your hips higher for downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. With an inhale, looking forwards. Exhale, walk your feet all the way to the top. Inhale as you find a half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach up, maybe looking up. And exhale as you lower your hands in front of your heart and down to your side, stepping your feet out to the edges of your mat again. Turn your toes out slightly. Maybe your hands come together in front of your heart. And let's start to bend the knees. Find your squat, the lowest squat that you can find today. Open those knees up a little bit wider. Keep your chest lifted. Hang out here for a little bit. Or if you want to play around with crow pose, why not give it a try? Bring your hands down to your mat. Bend your knuckles a little bit so your fingers are a little bit of like claw-like to help you balance. You can start to lift your hips up. Placing your knees close to your armpits on your triceps and then scoot your feet together. Use your arms as a nice little shelf and maybe pick one toe up, one big toe up, and then maybe see if the other one wants to float as well. Look down to your mat. Push into your fingertips. Breathe. And then slowly float your way back. Maybe your feet can come out wide again. Maybe you can come back into your squat. Lift your chest. Open your knees. Take a big breath in. A big breath out. And then use an inhale to stand up. Turn your toes to face forwards. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold all the way down. Let your upper body be heavy. Maybe you're going to hang on to the back of your ankles this time. Maybe shifting your gaze between your knees or maybe all the way up to your belly button almost. Tucking your chin slightly towards your collarbone. Nice job, you guys. With an inhale, start to come back up. Come all the way up to standing. You can keep your feet where they are. Option to interlace your fingers. We're gonna fold forwards one more time. You can interlace your fingers again if you did that. Or you can find reverse prayer. So bringing the palms together. Well, you could put your palms together in front of your chest if you wanted. But maybe you're gonna bring them behind your back. Open up the chest and the shoulders. So with an inhale, lengthen. And the exhale is going to bring you down. Keep encouraging your palms together. See how it feels. Maybe you come halfway. Maybe you keep going. Encouraging the palms together. Letting the head be heavy. Breathe. And then wherever your arms are, just let them go. Let them fall towards your mat and take an inhale for a nice half lift. Exhale, let's fold forwards, plant our hands and step our feet back into downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in, a big breath out. One more big inhale, and then exhale. Lower your knees down to your mat. Bring them out wide. Your big toes together. Send your hips back towards your heels. Melt your forehead down into child's pose. Find your breath here and slow it down a bit. Maybe take a deeper breath in. And a deeper, slower breath out. And then let's use an inhale to lift. Come into your tabletop. Bring your knees in, walking your hands further away. Lengthen through your arms. Keep your hips nice and high and let the chest come down for your puppy dog. Either rest your forehead or maybe your chin, gazing forwards to your fingertips. Soften your shoulders. Awesome, you guys. Use an inhale to lift your chest. Walk your hands back in under your shoulders. Maybe take a little bit of a shoulder roll. And then you can cross your ankles. Have a seat. Bringing your legs out in front. Point your toes up towards the ceiling or the sky above you. Take an inhale to lengthen through your spine. And with the exhale, let's start to fold forwards. Maybe hanging onto your feet or resting your hands beside your legs or on top of your legs. But just take another inhale and lift your chest again. Lengthen through your spine and then exhale. You can tip forwards a little bit more. If you are able to hang onto your feet, maybe just hang on gently to the outer edges. See if that feels different than if you were let your feet kind of Turn slightly. Pretend that you're standing on the floor, the wall, wherever, but your feet are flat. Awesome, you guys. One more breath here in your forward fold. Then use an inhale to lift all the way back up. You can bend your knees. We're going to lay down on our backs, but pull your knees in towards your chest. Let them fall out wide. You may keep your big toes together or reach for your feet. Maybe the outer edges of your feet, maybe your big toes. Try to flatten the feet though. It's like you're flexing the feet. You're standing on the ceiling now. Or pretend you're on the floor, but your feet are flat. Encouraging your knees to the floor beside you. Happy baby. Sending your low back into the ground, into your mat. Nice job, you guys. Let your feet fall back together if they're open. Your knees can come back together as well. Maybe take a couple rocks side to side, massage your low back. Your feet can find the floor. Maybe continue to rock your knees side to side a couple times. You can widen your feet as much as feels good here. You can rock your knees side to side as much as feels good. Maybe the rock is slow and big, a full windshield wiper movement with those knees. And eventually finding center again, and you can send your legs out longer, your feet out nice and wide. Letting your palms turn to face up at your sides. Settling right into Shavasana. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.